I mean, my stroke was like 2 years ago, and it's only recently here, the writing, my trying to talk to you on this photo thing or whatever, my blogs, putting them on the internet, following up if people are like reading them, add more of them in there, creating poems and writing, drawing pictures, and it's not just about being creative, but with everything that you do, which is somewhat creative, comes a whole barrage of things that are moving along. Like I told you, like the pictures, what color, and you're creating it. Or when you write things, it's writing things that are exciting or describing things that could be like your cup of coffee on the table. What does it taste like, or what does it smell like? What you put in it? What color's the cup? Start writing, whatever. I mean, write about sex. Whatever turns you on. You don't have to go and take your cool thing and show it to everybody. I mean, I wouldn't want to write anything about sex because I wrote it for me and go show it to Mom and say, "Hey, Mom, look what I did." It's Mom doesn't want to read that stuff, but she might want to read that you can describe an apple or an orange if she's trying to be supportive and maybe give you some push or help along the way. Hey, cool, Mac, you wrote this whole paragraph describing an orange. That's awesome. What about it? What it smells like, or the texture of it, or what's inside it, or what's the fleshy part? To expand your ability to engage into picturing and describing things that you're not so engaged in doing. You got to practice your noggin to get it motivated. And it's not going to get motivated unless you write something that you're proud of, and you're going to look at it like, wow, I wrote that. I haven't written anything for 2 years, and it might have taken me like 6 hours to do. And I'm like, but it's cool. Look at that. How to Drink a Coffee, like Step by Step by Macklin Artists. Find a cup. You can start right from the store. I went to Kmart or Walmart or wherever, dollar store, and I bought this cup. Why were you buying the cup? Because I wanted to write this blog, and I wanted it to be a whole experience from the first second I was. Well, actually, you can back it up. I woke up this morning and decided I wanted to describe drinking a cup of coffee right from the first stage go, and I went to buy the cup and went shop beans, and I ground them up, and the smells and the noise, and you can be like so descriptive, it's insanity. Or you can think of it in a very mundane, which is I grabbed my cup, poured some coffee in it, and I put a shot of milk and a teaspoon of sugar, and I drank it. There's my 5 sentences, but it's dry, and it's not very impressive, and it's not very motivating to write or read. But if you can go and describe something in great detail, and you find it's cool, and you can get the support of your mother or whoever's around, think it's cool and agree with you, and then you get some inspiration to try it with something else. The whole thing about writing, or all of it, is to just do that. It's a thing for your brain to exercise. It's a thing to get your brain to move your fingers. It's something that analyzes. It's something that you'll like it or hate things. So you're going to come to like things or hate things, and why. You'll start questioning yourself why you like things, why you hate things. It gets to be anything you do can be very complicated. You take things for granted that you can just like pick up a pen, write 5 lines, and put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, address it, and it goes to your friend in Thailand or whatever. In actual fact, it took you, get the paper and the pen, think out something cool to write about, something interesting, and so on. I mean, a lot of things involved. Things that you used to take for granted, just like something I'm just going to write a letter. Nowadays, it's like huge challenge. It's going to take you like 5 hours to do, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, maybe a week. Every time you pick up the page and you write 4 words down, and you look at it and you're going like, this doesn't make any sense. You give up, put it back down. I'm just going to suggest that you leave it on front of the table in front of you so that you can pick it back up again and revisit it when you're not so anxious and upset. Add a few more words, paragraph or a couple of lines or a period or a couple capital letters, whatever you got to do, and revisit it and keep revisiting it like over and over. And same things if you're writing, you know. I mean, if you find it kind of cool and you're inspired to write once in a while, and you're easily discouraged from doing anything, then make sure that right beside you is a pad of paper and a pen. Or if you're typing, I use my laptop. When I'm done, I tuck it underneath my couch, and every time I want to tap into it, I reach under. It takes me like a second and no effort. Reach down, pick it up, put it on my lap, and I'm typing. It takes 10 seconds. Now, if that laptop was in another room, or the drawing pad or the writing pad is on a shelf in another room, or you gotta lift up 3 boxes to go get your paper, or whatever, you know, you're easily discouraged. You're not going to go get anything done. You're going to hate it. You're not even going to think about doing it because it's not even fun. But if you had the, like say, the pad of paper or the computer or whatever you had for a creative outlet, literally, like, you don't even have to move out of your chair. It's there. You just pick it up and start doing it. For everything you do outside of just zoning out on the television, there's a purpose on why you're inspired to do it. There's inspiration on the creation, but there's also an inspiration on the whole methodology on how you did it and why you did it and the challenges that you face doing it and the trials and the multiple attempts right up to your finished product, and then if you want to take that farther and you have it published or give it around for people to read, sky's the limit. I mean, that's what it's all about. And for everything time you're a success at doing something, it's easier to re-engage and do it again and do it over and over again. Quite the same way as it was to learn how to walk or use your hand. Whatever you can end up doing once, you do it again, and you do it again, and you keep doing it, no matter how tired, how upset, how angry, how many times you fall down or are a failure at, or how crappy it looks, or how bad it reads, or it doesn't matter what. You do it again, you do it over, and you do it till you can't do it anymore. I mean, and even then, yeah, go to sleep doing it, like with your eyes closing and you're fighting your eyes to stay open, and whatever it takes, right? Your hand will improve. In your hand improving, your brain's going to think better of yourself. It's like, I don't look so much like a gimp anymore. You're going to feel a little more intellectual when you can write something down. Stuff I write nowadays, it's, you know, I might have the odd spelling mistake, or I'm missing a period or a comma, but from when I started like a year ago, a red page of disaster, to currently, you know, once through or twice through and maybe a reread just to make sure I didn't mess it up. So what took me 5 hours before might take me half an hour now, or maybe less. I don't know. Just sometimes it all just flows onto the page. So anything you can do, keep doing. Anything that keeps you away from sitting there watching television or zoning out and doing nothing, that's interesting to do, just do it, man. It's, especially if it's creative. But that's what I find at this group. Going back to the group now, they're writing stories. First they're writing little blurbs, paragraphs, descriptive situations, and then they've progressed into longer ones. And now this group they're producing books, and one of them is publishing it. Like, it's going to be a published author, man. And it's just amazing. The guy was 7 months in a coma, and wasn't expected to wake up. And then now he's, he talks funny a bit, and he's in a chair still, but he can move his arms and legs. They're just tragically messed up, because some muscles are all tight and wrecked, and other ones are. It takes you a long time to get back a body. Your body, once it goes downhill, to bring it back it takes more than just a little motivation. I mean, it's unbelievable what has to be experienced to bring back some stuff sometimes. But then, if you can, lick life and smile and have a purpose, and enjoy something, even if it is just something small, like writing anything, stick with it. It's a good thing. It will help you concentrate and bring a brain back online, and not always be you to not be always forced with taking a medication to help you go to sleep because you can't calm your brain down. If you challenge it, it will come around. It's not just going to happen in one day, though. I mean, for me, it took 2 years. And like I say, my brain damage is compared to people around me is small. I'm belittled by everybody else's experience. I just can't believe that I was so traumatized for such a long time, all me and how upset I am, and not looking around me to see other people that are experiencing things that are like far beyond my even comprehension of dealing with, and they're, like I say, they're much happier and they live better lives, and they've got ambition. I mean, I've yet to experience really ambition, although I guess recording this thing is somewhat ambitious. I mean, I'm not making anything on it. There's no personal gain out of it. What's kind of cool about it is I get to actually watch myself try and give you some insight to what I'm dealing with, and I get to actually listen to myself. It's pretty weird actually watching yourself and listening to yourself teach or inform or tell stories, and you just watching yourself. It's really weird. I mean, it's you.